Thank you for tuning in to WEQY 104.7, the voice of the East Side. This is Wesley Wright, your Un-Bougie Foodie. Thank you again for tuning in. As always, today and the show is going to be talking about food. And as you know, I'm the person to talk about it. I'd like to also welcome my guest host, my friend Warren. Warren is a bit of a foodie himself, so he'll be adding in some of his opinions about food and food places. Say hi, Warren, if you would.
Good morning, everybody.
Thank you. So, the first place that I really want to talk about is this awesome place that we had a chance to go to in Brooklyn Park. It's called Fat Chance Sandwich Shop. Now, admittedly, we went.
That's all I'm gonna say.
We went to this place of business, and prior to that, of course, I did my research and went on the website and saw the different sandwiches that were there, and I wasn't sure what to expect. I mean, I know that the person that referred me said it was really, really awesome food. So when I looked on the website and I'm seeing sandwiches called conveyor belts.
Yeah, you're kind of wondering, whoa, what is this? What is this?
And the tractor and the belt, they were amazing names, but then the descriptions that went along with it were also just amazing.
Yeah.
Pulled pork and ham and andouille sausage and bacon. So,
and what sandwich isn't good with bacon?
Without bacon,
Come on.
of course. The interesting thing is that, you know, as I've always said, you know, this show is not about going, into a restaurant or to a place of business to try to judge or be, pretentious, but it's about just sharing my experience with my listeners, those that are interested in having really good food.
Yeah.
And I contacted them by email and just simply said, hey, I'm interested in trying a sandwich or two. Can you suggest one of your more popular sandwiches? And they replied, which I was thankful that they replied because I really wanted to go. And they suggested, of course, the tractor. They also suggested the belt as well. But I saw the tractor online and saw the pulled pork, and I was already hooked anyway. Mm-hmm. So we went there, and it's a nice place. It's located at 8419 West Broadway. That's in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, 55445.
And for anybody that knows the area, it's right by the Hennepin Tech, right across the street from the Hennepin Technical College.
Exactly.
Right.
That's a good point.
In the little mall over there.
Yes. And they're fairly new. They've been in business since June of 2016. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But they really have got their business down, and I want to give a shout out to Mr. Ben Dossman and his wife and all of his staff. They were very friendly. Especially their manager. Her name was Brandy. Brandy, shout out to you.
Oh yeah, was that her name? I was going to say I'm terrible at names. I couldn't remember her name. She's a manager.
Yeah,
she was awesome.
She was awesome.
She was at the counter when we came.
Exactly.
Yeah, Brandy, woo woo, you were awesome. Yeah.
She made suggestions, and the menu. It almost seemed like the menu has expanded when you're inside the restaurant, because I noticed that there were ribs, there was chicken that you could also get, there were wings.
But what was the first thing you did or said when you got out of the car?
What?
The smell.
Oh,
yeah. This one, yeah. As soon as he opened the door, I thought he was going to run into the place because of the smell.
Really?
It was really awesome.
It was delicious. I mean, just when you could actually step out of your vehicle or even roll down your window and there's an aroma that's permeating the entire
of smoked barbecued meat. Yeah. I'm like, is that really coming from their place? And he's like, yeah.
We got to
you just kind of follow your nose into the place.
Exactly.
It was great. It was great.
But really clean atmosphere and just it's a really nice place to take your family. I like the seating because it's picnic benches,
picnic tables. Yeah,
but I like it. It was really
they were clean. They were new. They were great.
But like I said, it's not about us trying to critique the place or whatever. We're really here to talk about the food. So when we ordered this food, and we also got a dessert too, which we'll talk about in a minute. But we ordered the food and we sat down, and literally I think 5 minutes later we had our food.
Yeah, it was about 5 minutes.
Yeah, about 5 minutes, and I'm telling you,
huge portions. Yeah. Huge.
I mean, and you could see I have that picture on my Facebook page, specifically, again referring to Fat Chan's Sandwich Shop, but 2 hands holding a sandwich, like. This is a big sandwich, and the fries. That's the other thing. The fries, very well prepared, very well seasoned. They weren't overly salty or overly seasoned or anything, and they really have gotten those. And these were hand cut fries, so they have it down really to a science. And I know that people throw that out there so much, but really the way that they serve their food, the way that the food comes out. Was something really to make you have a good food experience. So
they said they've been really working on that. What was her name? Brandy. Sorry, Brandy. That they had really gotten that down to help get the food out really quickly, especially for people that are on lunchtime and everything. So
I'm quite sure that's appreciated.
Oh yeah, people don't have 20-30 minutes to wait for their food, so especially if it's lunchtime and everything, get your food in 10 minutes and you're out the door. And like I said, the portion sizes were huge.
Yeah, they really were. I didn't go there, or we went there, and I didn't tell them immediately who I was. I went in, we ordered our food, and we ate, really enjoyed it. I know you're probably going, this and that and all like that, because the food was really good. I mean, there's no denying it. But after I explained to her, to Brandy, the manager, that, hey, I, contacted the store or the restaurant by email and asked, for a suggestion. I'm the person, my name is Wesley. I'm the Un-Bougie Foodie. And I explained that, I have a radio show through WEQY 104.7 in Eastside St. Paul. And she was very thankful that we came in.
Yeah.
But, I let them know that I was going to give them a shout out and show them how much I appreciate it. And we want to show support for our businesses in the community. In this case, black owned. It's a black owned business. So, and even though we're here in Eastside St. Paul, the importance of just going out and letting people know that, hey, there's a black business that you should go to, and it's a good black business, I think is very important, so that the community knows. Other businesses too, they may have the opportunities. Hey, let's order from Fat Chan's Sandwich Shop.
And there might be some white folks out there listening that like a good barbecue too,
Well, there really were. There were a number of people that were in there that were not African American, there was one gentleman that was sitting behind us, and he was like, "This is some good food, some really good food."
And that brings up a point for me. I typically don't try a lot of stuff like that, because I'm from up north. I'm from the cornfield, as I joke with Wes a lot, and and that was the first time I'd ever tried a sandwich with coleslaw on it, and it was phenomenal. It was really, really good. I loved the pork, and I loved the barbecue sauce that they had.
Yeah,
it was like the perfect.
It was secret sauce.
Yeah, the secret sauce. I actually grabbed the bottle from the table and put more on it.
Yeah,
and it's the perfect spicy, sweet. I thought.
And the
I thought it was
combination, for the sandwich was really good as well. And like Warren was saying that about coleslaw, the coleslaw was good. I mean, even though it had its own seasonings, each layer of everything had good enough seasoning, good enough flavor. So it, as they say, it was a marriage of all of everything all together. So,
and I ate the whole thing.
Yeah, we both ate the whole thing. Oh man, talk about that. Okay, the dessert. We bought the dessert first because it was already cut, and they were in packages and so forth.
And she sold us on it.
And she did. Brandy was very good.
She was.
She really was. I think Warren had gotten the cherry chocolate cake.
It was amazing.
And it's a chocolate. It's a chocolate cake. Very
dessert now?
Yes, we're talking about dessert.
Okay, I thought that was later.
What?
I thought that was later.
No.
Okay.
We're talking about it right now. I said we're gonna talk about the real food. No, exactly. Talk about the real food, and then we talk about the dessert. Yeah, sorry. But this was a chocolate cake with cherry
chocolate
infused, I guess, within the actual chocolate frosting. So if you've had any type of chocolate cherry or chocolate raspberry or something like this cake, it was moist. It was just enough cherry. It wasn't too much, and it had the mixture was a even balance.
Yeah. I'd never tasted anything like that.
Yeah.
And she said there was something in the cake itself that made it so moist, but I obviously my memory isn't the best, and I can't remember.
I'm not remembering neither.
I can't remember what she said, and I did look on the website, but I didn't see the desserts.
No, exactly.
So
that's why I was saying too that when you go, even though you go on the website, they might refer to the majority of, a large portion of items that they offer at Fat Chance. But when you go into the restaurant, you're like, wow, the menu is it's kind of extensive. I mean, because they had the desserts, it had the other items, ribs and chicken and so forth. But I can't speak highly of them enough. Mm-hmm. And
I agree.
Again, there was nothing wrong about this food.
No, even the fries. I don't know if we mentioned that.
We did.
The fries were crunchy, and they had some kind of seasoning on them themselves, and they were awesome.
They were very.
We were just so full we couldn't eat them.
We couldn't. So I think as they grow, I'm not sure. I don't believe that they have any other shops either in the area or in the city, but I really hope that they would. I don't want to know what I don't know what their plans are, but I tell you, if they were a business that came, especially here in closer to the Twin Cities, within St. Paul or Minneapolis, they will.
But they're definitely worth making a trip.
They are.
Yeah, trek out there to go and get that sandwich again.
I didn't want to say they'll blow up, but I'm just saying they're really good. They're really good. Yeah. So to make, you will not be disappointed if you make that trip to Brooklyn Park. Again, that address for Fat Chance Sandwich Shop is 8419 West Broadway. That is in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, 55445. So again, shout out to Fat Chance Sandwich Shop. Thank you so much, the Dossman family and all the, I will say, chefs, the management. Thank you very much. Our next segment I want to talk about is farmers markets. I always refer to it as farm foods, and farmers markets, as you know, are always within your area. This particular one that I wanted to mention is in the St. Paul area, and I want to say North End. I've been here for almost 6 years, maybe 7 years, and I still can't really judge what neighborhoods is where neighborhoods end and so forth, because where I live is
fluid.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I cross the street and it's something else, and I'm like, but I live over here. It's like, yeah, but over there it's called such and such. Anyway, on Maryland, there is a farmers market called the Arlington Farmers Market. It is on Thursdays at 12 to, I believe it's 2:30, if I'm not mistaken, and I apologize if that's incorrect, but it's on Thursdays. It's oh my, I
Did you have a brain freeze?
I did. Sorry. Arlington Farmers Market on Thursdays. I think Warren might kind of find out for me. Yeah, sorry.
I knew you brought me along for a reason. Right?
Really? No. I had it down. Anyway, you know how important I always talk about farmers markets, and if you're looking to get nutritious fruits and vegetables within your area, definitely look for your nearest farmers market. Right now we're kind of coming to the end of summer fruits and vegetables, so you're going to be finding more leafy vegetables right now. Items such as asparagus and so forth, those I think were pretty much done at the beginning or near the ending of July, so we're in August and we are now coming to those leafy vegetables, cabbages, lettuce.
You know how I feel about a cabbage.
Well, you don't like Brussels sprouts.
Well,
see,
you put a little butter on some bacon on something, it can't be all bad.
Well, no, exactly. But, you know.
Well, they have a Facebook page, but it says Saturday 10 to 3.
Their signage said Thursday.
Okay.
But, go ahead and read that information for me if you would.
Where to go now? If you look on the About part, it says Saturday 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
That's
street and parking lot parking. Fresh produce from local farmers and handmade goodness from local artisans. Saturdays, June to September.
Wow. Okay. Well, there is. I know that.
Oh wait, that could be Arlington somewhere else. You know what happens when I don't have my glasses on.
Arlington.
It could be Washington,
Virginia or something. Oh man. Okay. I know for a fact that it is definitely on Thursdays. Hopefully before the end of the show I'll be able to give you the specifics, but certainly your nearest farmers market will have you'll have that chance to get any type of fresh fruits and vegetables. Like last week, still talking about farmers markets. Again, I want to give a shout out to BF Yang's. They are friends on Facebook that you could find that they're offering tropical fruits and vegetables, sweet corn, bananas.
It's not cooperating.
It's not cooperating.
No.
I can't. There was a couple of weeks ago, BF Yang's, they were offering it's called dragon fruit, and these fruit look so. They're unique. I think they have a green outer skin with red.
Oh, I think I've seen those before.
And I'm wondering if
has anybody ever? I've never tasted it.
You probably tasted it in something. You probably didn't realize it. But they have green extended. I don't know if you would call them petals or something. Anyway,
yeah, I think I've seen.
When you look at it. At first, I was like, "Why is it called dragon fruit?" Then, when you look at it, it kind of does look like a dragon.
Yeah.
And it's very unique. But
is it from Asia or something?
Yes,
okay.
It is. Very good fruit, though. And I was looking to infuse it in something else, but we're talking about food. We're not talking about any type of alcoholic beverages. So anyway. Just thought I'd bring that up.
That might be a new segment.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody else might come talk about that. Who knows? As we mature. But I think the next thing I want to talk about, we recently had an opportunity to hang with some friends, making sushi.
Oh
And
yeah, the sushi experience.
Come on now, it was fun. It was her name. Well, the person that was there, really awesome instructor, I'll say. But I'm just gonna give her a shout out. Her name is Carly Matsumoto. See, I was
Carly. What?
Carly, if you're listening, I'm telling you, lady friend. Yeah, that was some awesome stuff.
She was awesome.
Our hosts, our friends, Aaron and Cecil, and then of course another young lady that I want to give a shout out to. Her name is Shannon Tui. Thank you so much for those desserts.
Dessert queen.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to having Carly Matsumoto on the show, as well as Shannon. Those will be coming in the upcoming weeks, so please, listen to.
You gonna charge her a chocolate twerk to get on the show?
No, not at all. No, not at all. After what they created for us and gave us instructions on,
yeah, that was awesome.
I'm like, y'all want to please come on this show?
Very talented.
Yes, Carly specifically, I want to talk a little bit about, because she has a Instagram account. I don't want to be all excited and but she has some really amazing Instagram photos of foods that she's been creating. And I remember when we were first meeting, or I was getting a chance to meet her, and another friend, Aaron, was describing her style. It's very, that it is her style. And I've went to her Instagram account and viewed a number of her photos that she's taken, and they're amazing. I'm not sure if she's working as a food photographer or whatnot. She's very, very creative.
Wow.
And not just in,
you'll have to show me some.
And not just
very interested.
Not just in the actual photos, but the things that she's cooking or that she's preparing. So I really want to give a shout out to you, and again say thank you so much for that instruction that we had on the sushi. Warren, I know that you don't really care for sushi.
No, she totally changed my entire outlook on it.
Okay.
I think before, I have like this texture thing, I think is what it was. We had some, was it scallops?
Yes.
And that I wasn't a huge fan of.
Okay.
But the taste was okay. I think it was the texture thing. But before, when I had sushi, I think there was something with the nori, and it was either super strong or something. And this that they made, maybe it was because it was so fresh with all the ingredients or whatever. I loved it. It was great. You saw me. I ate tons of it.
Right.
And it was great. It was great. And it was really fun watching everybody make sushi and everything. So it was just, it was a really cool time. And I was grateful that they were there and I got to watch everything. So
right.
It was a lot of fun.
I got a chance to do some,
and the dessert, and it was great.
I got a chance to actually do or prepare some sushi myself. I think that might be on my Facebook page, and you could see the other the different ingredients and so forth that we were using. And which reminds me, I want to give a shout out to Coastal Seafoods. You all have some amazing seafood, fish, the octopus, the calamari, if you would.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about those little guys.
The fish that they were using to prepare the sushi was amazing. And yeah, I have not had the opportunity. This was really the first time that I've had, I guess, serious fresh fish from Coastal Seafoods. While they were doing the preparation, I know people are saying, well, sushi has that fishy smell and this and that, and like, No, if you are having if you are having very well prepared sushi, you will not have any type of smell or scent or that will turn you off because of it. If anything, you're looking at the color of the fish and how, when they're cutting it and preparing it, and it's just I don't want to say pristine, but there's no way to describe having a fresh fish. And the way that it melts in your mouth and whatnot, so that whole experience of being able to make it, because I enjoy it as much as I do, but to really make it and see my hands, but use my hands. I didn't know that was funny. Use my hands in doing the preparation was exciting for me. I learn by doing things hands-on and seeing her make it, as well as the others.
The others?
You really?
I didn't do any.
Yeah.
You and her and Aaron.
Yeah. And
and Aaron did one where the rice was on the outside.
Yes.
Remember?
I forgot that? I forgot when that was called, but yeah, it was still good. It really was.
He gave it the college try.
Yeah. I wasn't that brave or courageous in doing that.
He did pretty good though.
No, I think we all did.
Yeah.
I think we got to give a shout out to Cecil too, because he did those dumplings.
Well, that's right.
He did a lot of those dumplings, and I was like, okay.
And that was goat cheese and
it roasted. Oh my goodness, there was, and I totally forgot about the roasted.
But we thought maybe some of
the goat cheese
evaporated.
Yeah, a little bit. I think,
but they were still great.
It was, with goat cheese, it has a lot of moisture. It's moist. It's a moist cheese and whatnot. So when you cook it off, it's going to kind of like condense. And so I think when we were really preparing the dumplings, they were, I know for me, mine got a little bit overstuffed. But then when they were finally got cooked, it got cooked down, and it was still sufficient enough to taste and whatnot. So, you live and learn.
They were great.
They really were. Yeah. Okay, now I'm quite sure that everybody is probably wondering, Groupon. Well, yeah, we've never really talked about Groupon on the show. We are today. This might be a subject that we could continue to talk about in future shows or in future episodes of the show, but we're going to title it Get Your Groupon. It's kind of weird, I know.
Just because?
Well, yeah, just because. Nut. Anyway, there's
Get Your Groupon.
Get Your Groupon. Or Get Your Groupon. Get your group. No,
you should stop.
Really? Okay, so back to talking about food. There's a place that I have already I had visited some time ago. It was Taqueria Los Paisanos, and literally this place is right down the street from WEQY 104.7, the voice of the East Side. Very awesome Mexican cuisine. Right now on Groupon, if you go on Groupon, you will get 50% off of that Mexican cuisine.
Oh, nice.
So you can get three Groupons, for $18, and each of them are $12 each. So that's $36. So you can use them. I don't believe that you'll be able to use them all at the same time, but still, for $12, if you take one and say, hey, I got this Groupon, $12, you'll be able to get enough food, for when you go to this place. You don't have to have a whole lot of money, but the food is top notch. Mexican cuisine that is, you're seeing the food being prepared right in front of you. You are not wondering, okay, what type of meat is that?
This is a food truck, right?
No, it's not a food truck. This is brick and mortar.
Okay.
Brick and mortar. Taqueria Los Paisanos is located at 825 7th Street. 7th Street. I'm sorry, 7th. I can't talk. 825 7th Southeast. It's right up at the corner. It's at the corner of Arcade and Payne, if I'm not mistaken. Why can't I talk? I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's early. You didn't have your coffee today.
I apologize. I really do. But again, 825 7th Street East, St. Paul, Minnesota 55106, Taqueria Los Paisanos. So check that out. That's a Groupon. Wanted to kind of bring that to everyone's attention on the east side. So there's a restaurant that you could go to, and there's a Groupon available. Another place that is Afro Deli and Grill. Afro Deli and Grill, I have experienced or had the dishes there. One specific one, the samosas. They're the pastries that are with potato and mincemeat and other spices. It's a like halal dishes from Somali steak sandwiches and so on. But again, Afro Deli and Grill, you get 46% off African or Afro Mediterranean cuisine. For $16, you could get one app, 2 entrees, one baklava, which is a dessert or pastry, and 2 beverages. So for $16, which is a steal, the address for Afro Deli and Grill is 5 West 7th Place in St. Paul, Minnesota 55102. Again, that is 5 West 7th Place, St. Paul, Minnesota 55102. So I don't know if you've eaten any type of Mediterranean or Afro-Mediterranean.
I definitely would go and check it out.
It's a really, they serve really good dishes there.
I'm looking at the menu online right now.
I haven't had many, but I really enjoy the samosas. I guess I'm used to having a type of dish similar to that. Mm-hmm. Belizeans call them panades.
Yeah.
Panads.
I've heard of empanadas.
Yeah.
That's kind of similar.
I still spelled that wrong. Panades. I apologize. So all you Belizeans out there, I know how to spell panades. I do.
You're gonna get hate mail.
Well, hopefully not. They know better. They know me. I would think they know me. So, what name? There's another dish or something that's very popular on there. Name off a dish on there, if you would.
Chicken Fantastic.
Okay.
Cuts of white grilled chicken with sautéed bell peppers, carrot, zucchini, fresh garlic, light cream sauce. Grated Parmesan chicken over Somali seasoned basmati rice, Afro-Asian chicken sukar, chicken curry, KK.
Really?
I don't know if I'm saying that right. KEKE. Kiki.
I would think.
I don't know.
I'm not certain, but
African noodle, seasoned and marinated with African spices, olive oil, fresh lime, and cilantro. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Then they have a vegetarian version of that as well. A chapati wrap. Choice of beefsteak, lamb. I always want to say gyro.
Stop it. It's gyro.
Chicken sautéed or falafel with fresh vegetables and Somali rice.
I think I've had that one. They have another place.
And you know I love hummus.
They have another place specifically in Minneapolis. So there's Minneapolis and there's St. Paul. So if you're visiting St. Paul, it is 5 West 7th Place in St. Paul, 55102.
And for anyone looking at the Minneapolis location, it's 1939 South 5th Street, Minneapolis 55454.
Awesome. On my Facebook page, again, the Un-Bougie Foodie. Take a look, take a view, if you would. If you have questions about any of the places that we've talked about, that we've visited, or maybe even have any suggestions of places that you, as listeners, would like to visit or have me visit, I will be more than happy to, and then showcase it on the show. That will give you an opportunity to find out, okay, is this someplace that I'm going to enjoy?
To have someone else be the guinea pig,
yeah,
so to speak.
I don't consider myself a guinea pig. I just think of it as, well, I enjoying food. You're gonna go and experience different types. And come on, you know me, and my other friends out there also know that I'm not one to turn down food that looks interesting. I will go to the food truck. I don't have any type of reservations with stopping at a food truck. You all have experienced that from having conversations
and
with me.
I give you crap about it, but I would go to a food truck, no problem. We were at the what was I? Oh, I was at the Loring Park Art Festival the other weekend.
Okay.
And they had fish and chips there.
Oh.
Yeah, and for the life of me, I probably can't remember where it was from. I think it was Anchor.
Oh, yes.
And they were amazing. I mean, you want to talk about a piece of fish. It was probably like 6 inches long.
Wow.
I don't know what kind of fish it was, but it was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, nice, hot, crispy. It was phenomenal. There's a bunch of other trucks there as well, but no, I mean, I give you crap about it, but I would totally go to one as well.
Oh, good.
I just don't see too many around where I live,
Understood.
Yeah, I saw the eyes.
What?
Lord. I live in the North Loop, in case anyone is wondering. So I guess I'm from the wrong side of the tracks.
Really? Wow. Okay. I tell you, some people, even though they're your friends, they give you some stuff, man. Anyway, you mentioned fish. I want to kind of segue into, there was a recipe of the week that I put out on there, on my Facebook page.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And I have tried this fish. It was interesting that one day I went to, I think it was Aldi. So I'm not really giving shout outs or anything specifically to any places, but I'm just saying I appreciate the fact that I went to this shop, Aldi. And I was looking for tilapia or some type of just white fish because I was going to do a dish. I can't even recall at the time. But I came across this. They didn't have the tilapia or any other white fish except for this one. And it was inexpensive. And I'm not saying cheap, but it was inexpensive compared to other things that were out there. And I said, well, I'll give it a try. And it's called sway, I believe. It's spelled SWAI. But the fish, it was a fillet. And
I've heard of it before.
it's a mild fish, flaky.
It probably cooks pretty quick.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And I think in my preparation or going through the recipe of the week, I mentioned that the way that I prepared it was almost like a flash fry, if you would, or flash saute. I'll refer to it as. Specifically, you don't even have to add a whole lot of seasonings or anything along with it, but it was what was prepared was the sway and some asparagus. So the asparagus, I suggest, if you're going to do that, and as I indicated on the recipe, you start with the asparagus first. So you drizzle olive oil over the asparagus and just lightly salt and pepper. Kind of shake that around or make sure that all of the asparagus are coated with it, and then saute that, or at least start to saute it until it's tender. So you might want to use a medium heat, and in a different pan, maybe a smaller pan or whatnot. And then you could start on the preparation of the fish itself, especially if it's already filleted. Just lightly salted, drizzle some oil over the fish, lightly salt and pepper it on both sides. Make sure that your pan is already hot, a little bit of grease or oil, if you would. Oil.
Do you use olive oil?
Yes. Did I not mention?
You just said oil.
Okay, I'm sorry. Olive oil.
That's typically what I use.
Yeah, I like using olive oil.
Yeah. Because it gives it a little flavor.
Yes, exactly. Nuttiness from the olives. Yeah. So it's olive oil. You could use any oil you want.
Do you put like sometimes like a little crushed red pepper on there too?
I did not add. I just kind of wanted to have something very light. Exactly.
But you could if
you
could.
To. Yeah. Definitely. If you really want to really spice it up, the red pepper flakes, or if you wanted to add some garlic, maybe some chopped or minced garlic to do the same thing. You could even throw that also in, cut up like half a clove of garlic, do one part for, one half for the fish and the other for whatever vegetables that you're using.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And not because you're trying to go all overly garlic, but still,
keep the vampires away.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Anyway, after you've prepared the fish, then you want to, again, as I mentioned, heat up your pan, saute it for 1 minute on each side. By that time, your asparagus should have already been either tender and enough sauteed, and then you can start to plate it. In every case, I think perhaps going out to a restaurant or with any seafood, you want to give some type of citrus taste to it, and that also makes sure that aids in adding a bit of freshness to the fish. So squeeze either a quarter lemon or lime over it, and you should be good to go with no other seasonings. Or yes, you could improvise with other things, but something very simple that you have as a great meal, and the entire family will like it. Even your kids, may not like vegetables or whatever. But I'm saying, you could do other things. But if you find that fish and you're wondering what it's like and what it tastes like, it's very mild. It does not have a strong smell or scent when you're cooking it. Also, when you're using olive oil, so you won't have to worry about, oh man, okay. Because certain fish, they're a lot more pungent, and they could be strong because of all the oils and whatnot that just fish they contain, which is good for you anyway. But this particular fish, it's very light, very mild, very enjoyable. So please.
Now this was a fresh fillet?
It was.
Or was it frozen?
It was frozen, but I let it thaw. I think but even for frozen, I was very impressed with it, and so I thought I wanted to share that recipe.
Because I usually do that with tilapia as well, and I shop at Sam's Club, so I buy the bag of tilapia at Sam's Club. Well, hey, you can buy a big bag of tilapia for like $15. I think that's pretty cheap too, right?
And it'll last you quite a while. So I'm not knocking that.
Where it was from.
Well,
I don't buy it from there no more.
Oh, sorry.
It said product to China on the back. I'm like, oh no.
So
but when I did make it, I always put like lemon pepper on it too, or something like that, and you could use broccoli or something like that too,
or Brussels sprouts.
Why you gotta bring those up?
Because
I know Brussels sprouts are good for you. I know. He just likes to give me crap because I don't like Brussels sprouts.
It's fine. Because you ain't had the right person cook that for you.
Maybe I haven't.
You haven't.
I had them somewhere and they were burnt. And that just does not work for me.
That's hilarious. So let me talk about one other place. It is Taqueria Victor Hugo. It's a food truck, and it's located at 60th and Nicolette, and that's over there where I'm in Edina. It's not the east side of St. Paul. I'm over there taking care of a friend's home and pets and so forth. So
you worried they're gonna judge you?
well, no, I'm just saying that I've always said in other shows, in the past, even though we're focusing on the east side of St. Paul and surrounding neighborhoods, we extend our reaches farther out into other areas because you never know who is actually listening, and why not give them an opportunity to try new places.
I know. I'm just totally kidding.
I know you are always.
You're never allowed back here.
I don't know about all that, but yeah. Who are you again?
Yeah, right. How'd you get in here?
But again, let me mention that Taqueria Victor Hugo, they are a food truck that's on 60th and Nicolette, and I just happened upon it because I was gonna go to the grocery store and get something to prepare some meals, and as always I had to quickly turn around. I need tacos.
Oh, this is the food truck.
Yeah,
okay, I got confused with the other one.
No,
okay.
the food truck. So I'm standing there ordering my food and realize someone just walks up and they're like, "Here, I'm here to pick up my food." I was like, "What? You could call a food truck and order ahead of time?"
Oh no, really?
You could call ahead of time. I was like,
nice.
What? And so they have a telephone number at the side of the truck, and forgive me for not having that telephone number, but they're located at 60th and Nicolette, and they have the various types of meats: carnitas, lengua. They didn't have any buche, not when I went, but still, it was quite good, very delicious. So a shout out to Taqueria Victor Hugo on 60th and Nicolette. Their food was very delicious, and I don't think I've really gone to a Mexican cuisine or a food truck that serves Mexican food, tacos specifically, that I haven't enjoyed. I don't know if it's because I've come from Los Angeles, where you could go to, if you know Los Angeles, well, maybe you don't know Los Angeles, you rolling down Crenshaw or you rolling down Slauson, especially at 12:30, 1 o'clock at night, coming from a function. Yeah, rolling down the street. Coming from a function, and you get these cravings for, dang, I'm hungry. Man, I'm hungry. What is available? Food trucks. So serving all kinds of Mexican dishes, and I don't have any type of reservation in stopping on those. So when I saw this one, and then even now to come to find out that you could call ahead. Is that possible at Air Food Trucks? Y'all food truck people out there, please tell me if you are able to call ahead on a food truck. But anyway, that was a little bit much. Overly excitement and everything going on. Before I continue, I want to mention that WEQI 104.7 is hosting a wonderful festival. This is the second annual 7th Street Live that will be held on August 13th from noon to 8 p.m. The address will be 895 7th Street. That's in St. Paul, Minnesota, 55106. It's a cultural event. It's inviting members of the community to come out. It's engaging to the neighborhood. Please come out and show your support to your show hosts of WEQY. They're looking forward to seeing you, meeting you. There will be contests. There will be food. It's family friendly, so please bring your family out, your children, and come and enjoy the time. Again, that is 7th Street Live. It will be on August 13th. It'll be from noon to 8 p.m. The address once again will be 895 7th Street, St. Paul, Minnesota, 55106. Just know that I'll be out there looking for you all. Again, the Un-Bougie Foodie. There'll be games that you'll be able to participate in and win prizes that I think you'll be
there.
Yep. Warren's coming. He's bringing some other friends. So I'm encouraging everyone in the community.
Brad.
Come on. Yes, Brad. Come out and enjoy the time with the radio station. Dayton's Bluff Community Council is working hard to be engaging with the community. So come out and show your support. We really do appreciate it. If you have questions regarding information on the show, please feel free to contact me by email, if you would, the Un-Bougie Foodie @gmail.com. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, I am at Un-Bougie Foodie, or on Instagram at _Un-Bougie Foodie. You can see posts of places that I've gone to, things that I'm cooking, working on, and so forth, restaurants that I've visited. As I mentioned in the past, there will be an upcoming opportunity for guest hosting, and even a meet and greet at a particular restaurant. So if you're interested in coming out and meeting me, or just having an opportunity to share maybe a recipe or whatnot, and with maybe a small group of people, continue to listen to the show, because more information is going to be coming and be provided to you.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends, please. WEQY 104.7, the voice of the East Side, offers a wide variety of shows and topics. So please, tune in and be involved again with your local community, so that they know that you're interested and you want to continue to listen. So as we wrap things up, I just want to say thank you to those that are listening, that have listened in the past. Please note that my show will also be available offline as well. So if there has been someone that's missed the show, don't worry, you'll be able to listen later on as well. So as we come to a close, once again, I want to thank you all for listening to the Un-Bougie Foodie. This is Wesley Wright, your host. Thank you so much for tuning in to WEQY 104.7, the voice of the East Side. Thank you and peace.